If you, like thousands of other people, are using Zoom or webcams at the moment to keep your business going or keep those channels open of communication, then you're going to want to make sure that you not only look good, that you come across with authority and professionalism as well. And I'm going to give you my top 3 tips on how to make sure that you do just that. My name's Brian. It's good to have your company here. Let's get on with it straight away. The first thing is your framing of the camera. Think about what is behind you. You don't want anything too fussy, no mess, nothing that's going to distract people, plug sockets, maybe there's a bookshelf with ornaments and loads of books, and we're just more interested in what sort of books you like and what's going on in the background if it's too fussy. So try to get somewhere that is just quite plain. Maybe a plant in the background, maybe a little table, maybe a picture on the back wall, but we want the focus on you and what you're saying, and people not to get distracted with your background. Keep it simple with the background. The next thing is the lighting. When you're lighting your shot, make sure that you don't have a window behind you. I've seen this so many times. With a window behind you, the camera is exposing to the light outside and it puts you in shadow. This is one that I did earlier, and you can see you can barely see me in this particular shot. So what you need to do is turn that around. Have those windows behind the camera so that that light is actually flooding all over you and keeping you well lit. The other thing is, sometimes if it's a bit later on and you're maybe filming at night, we'll put the lights on clearly, but also there is a YouTube video which is just a pure bright white screen, and that's a 10-hour loop. So just look for white screen or white light 1-hour loop, white light 10-hour loop, and that will come up on YouTube, and you can just have that on the TV and then have the TV behind the camera. Again, it will light you better. We don't want any harsh shadows. We want to be able to just see you clearly without trying too hard. Think as well of where the camera is. You should be just slightly, maybe an inch or two eye line over the camera lens, and that camera is usually going to be on your laptop. So what you don't want to do is be sat right at the desk where you usually have your camera and be looking down at it, because that can give you some nasty sort of double chins, and it's not a very flattering picture when you're looking up somebody's nose. Or you don't want to have it too high where your actual eye line is looking up to the lens, especially in a business environment, and that's very submissive, looking up to somebody like that. So more or less on the same line as the lens is about right. If you can actually get a bit of distance as well, that makes it even better, because most of communication is visual, and so many times with these shots that I've seen, people are right over there, literally their whole head over the screen when I'm looking at them, and you can't see what their hands are doing, and that's how we're used to communicating, just seeing more of the expressions and body language and stuff that's going on there. So try to get a bit of distance from that camera in the webcam if you possibly can. That brings me on to point number 2, which is your audio. Audio is so important. Audio makes up for 50% at least of the quality of your video, the quality of your broadcast, whatever it is you're doing. And that includes webcams and Zoom. If I can't hear you, I'm very unforgiving. If I can't see you properly, I'm a little bit more forgiving actually. Or if people are quite happy with standard definition, you don't need high definition, although a lot of cameras and phones have that these days. You certainly don't need 4 or 8K, especially when it's on YouTube or a small Zoom video. It's not a problem. But what people are not forgiving about is a really bad sound quality. If they can't hear you, if it's echoey, if it's just a little bit, if there's a hiss, an underlying hiss in the background, it really is just, it gets very, very distracting. So it is worth investing in a USB mic. It means that you can actually get this distance from the camera as well. Without that, if you're shouting at the camera, which is 2 or 3 meters away, it sounds awful. Look at this. Hi, it's Brian here from TV Training Academy. Welcome to this webinar. So get a USB mic, and you can then put that right next to you, and the sound is so much better. It looks so much more professional. I put a link in the description below, and you can go to my website, And on that page, it is all about self-shooting and making the best of what you've got. And if you are going to invest in equipment, which is some good ideas, and which is actually just what I use and what works for me. And so you know you're going to get something that you can produce videos like the one you're watching now. And the last thing that I wanted to mention is the preparation of these things. Think about who else is in the house. Make sure that the doors are closed. People are aware not to come in. We've all seen that video on the news where the kid walks in and chased by the nanny, but that happens with dogs and cats and all sorts of banging upstairs, people shouting. Make sure as well that what you're wearing is appropriate. So try to keep it plain. No tight patterns which can strobe. You might have seen that zebraing effect when people wear very, very tight patterns or tight lines, pinstripes, things like that. It's better just to keep it quite plain, pastel colours, and then there's no fussiness to distract from you. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you want to find out more about how to come across effectively on camera, we've got a lot of videos on our YouTube channel that one's just going to come up now. I'm going to pop a little link to how to think about your movement, but also there's videos on how to engage people, how to have the right energy, enthusiasm, passion, how to be convincing on screen. Have a look at our tips and techniques and subscribe to this channel because you'll find out when our new videos come up. Good luck with this. Let me know how you get on. Give us a link or a copy, a question below, and let me know how you get on. Cheers.